You're investing and you're watching this and you're in your 20s or 30s, you have 2 or 3 decades of having tax-free returns from your investment. So try to maximize that because it's one of the advantages of this type of asset class as well. Number 5 is this: your capital is guaranteed. Whatever you put in as your capital, that's guaranteed by the government. Of course, the returns are not guaranteed because it would highly depend on how the performance of the fund is, meaning how the fund earns vis-a-vis how people who took loans are paying the loans and how much of an increase are people borrowing also in terms of Pag Ibig MP2. Hey guys, so in this video, I want to give you 10 reasons on why I think and I believe Pag Ibig MP2 is a very good investment, especially if you're the type of person that doesn't really do the nitty-gritty in terms of analyzing investments, or you're the type of person also who's a bit conservative and don't want to take a lot of risk in your investment as well. Hopefully after this, you start researching and you start studying and you try to see if it works for you or not. Please do remember this, that no matter how much I talk about it here, it's not a one-size-fits-all investment. You must see first if it's something that fits you, if it's something that actually works for you or not, because it doesn't mean that it's discussed here. It's something that will work for you already, and that's why you need to learn more about it and take the time to study and research it on your own. Number 1 is that the dividends that they give out is much higher than what you could get in normal savings accounts and even time deposits. And please do remember this, that if you're leaving your money in time deposits for a very long period of time, for years already, it defeats the purpose, because if you don't plan to touch it, why not invest it into something that will give you a higher rate of return? And if you put your money in Pag Ibig MP2 and you invest it there, it gives you already a higher rate of return than traditional time deposits and savings accounts. Number 2 is the low minimum investment. It's compared to other asset classes, say real estate, which requires you millions in order for you to have an investment in it. For Pag Ibig MP2, it's something that's very affordable because it's just around 500 pesos or around $10 if you're a Filipino working abroad. So it's not just that it gives you the ability to earn higher as compared to time deposits and savings accounts. It's not a very expensive investment. It doesn't require a large amount of money to start, and you can start it already wherever you are. So I always tell people to start small, and this is one way for you to also get your feet wet when it comes to investing. This is one way for you also to at least try it with not a large amount of exposure. So higher rate of return up against time deposits and savings accounts, and you don't need a large amount to start investing. You can start with only 500 pesos. Number 3 is this: the terms for investing will force you and push you to be disciplined to not touch your investments. Please do remember this, that a lot of people, when they invest, they get tempted to take out the money and spend it on something that doesn't matter and eventually doesn't actually help them. For Pag Ibig MP2, you need to leave your money for at least 5 years before you can take out your capital. It locks up your money that when there's a sale, you can't actually use it. When you're tempted to spend on things that don't matter, you can't actually use it. It pushes you to put money in, causes you also to leave it there for a period of time. You have a medium-term goal for about 5 years, up until the time that you actually need to take out the money or you need it for that particular goal. That's the only time that you can actually use it and take it. Number 4 is this, and I think this is one thing that people don't really talk about or think about as much. Pag Ibig MP2 is tax-free. If you're a long-term investor, taxes that gets deducted, if you're having bonds, 20% of what you earn is deducted. If you're doing dividends, 10% of what you earn is also deducted. If you're investing and you're watching this and you're in your 20s or 30s, you have 2 or 3 decades of having tax-free returns from your investment. So try to maximize that because it's one of the advantages of this type of asset class as well. Number 5 is this: your capital is guaranteed. Whatever you put in as your capital, that's guaranteed by the government. Of course, the returns are not guaranteed because it would highly depend on how the performance of the fund is, meaning how the fund earns vis-a-vis how people who took loans are paying the loans and how much of an increase are people borrowing also in terms of Pag Ibig MP2 or in terms of what they're actually borrowing. A lot of the products or investments that are higher than time deposits or bonds have risks attached to it when it comes to your capital. But for Pag Ibig MP2, it's guaranteed, it's secured by the government. Number 6 is this: it's easy to open. You just have to fill up certain forms and details about you, and it can be done online. If you're a Filipino that's overseas, you could actually open it online. I'll put links down in the description below on how you could actually do it. But I think this is something that opens this up to a lot of Filipinos who want to have exposure into this. I remember the days when I started investing in the stock market that I had to go to the office of the stockbroker in order to fill up forms, pass IDs, pass pictures of myself, and also IDs in order to prove my identification and also for me to be able to open the account. Now, where we are at 2023, it's very, very easy to open. Number 7, highly connected to having the ability to open your Pag Ibig MP2 account online. You can actually track and monitor your investment also online. If you're not from the Philippines, it's easy for you to be able to monitor it. It's easy for you to be able to track it. Again, I'll put links in the description below on how you can maximize or at least utilize the Pag Ibig's platform in order for you to actually do so. Number 8 also is when you need to actually withdraw the money, it can easily also be transferred to your account into a nominated account that you also choose from. After the 5-year period, if you still want to do and invest in Pag Ibig MP2, you have to open a new one, and then you're just going to transfer whatever proceeds that you have or whatever amount that you have into that new account as well, so that you start another plan for the next 5 years as well. Number 9 is this: there's multiple options for you in order for you to be able to participate in this. You can either course it through your employer or talk to your HR and they'll help you process it, or you can either also go straight and open it by yourself on your own. And number 10 is also this: if you are a Pag Ibig member, you have access to loans. And it goes also both ways, that when you put your money in Pag Ibig MP2, helping people who want to own houses to have the ability to borrow money so that they can have their own house as well. If you're the one also who needs the loan and you want to take out a loan, being a Pag Ibig member allows you to also do so. It's not just the benefit also of being a Pag Ibig member and having the ability to invest in Pag Ibig MP2, but being a Pag Ibig member also gives you the ability to be able to borrow and also own a house of your own as well. Those are the 10 things on why I think Pag Ibig MP2 is interesting as an investment. If you're the type of investor who doesn't have the time to analyze and study and you're doing other things, if you're the type of investor who's long-term in your approach, you're the type of investor also who's a bit low risk in how you handle your investments, I think this is something worth studying. This is something worth looking at. But as what I always say, don't just invest just because I talk about it. Take the time to learn, take the time to study, because it's your money, it's your responsibility. No one will work harder for your money more than you. That's it for now. This is marvingermo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, and God bless you all.